Nokomis Warrior Broadcasting presents Nokomis Warrior Basketball. Tonight, the Lawrence Bulldogs take on our own Nokomis Warriors in a Northern Maine Class A quarterfinal game. Taped live February 14th, 2025 from the Augusta Civic Center. And bringing today's game, Principal Mary Netto and me, Matt Brown.
Well, welcome, Matt, and here we are again down in the Augusta Civic Center for another high school basketball tournament game. The Warriors coming in the number 8 slot. Have got a tall order tonight against these undefeated Lawrence Bulldogs, Matt.
Yes, they really do. I would say they're definitely the best team that I've seen play, girls team that play this year, and arguably they could be the best team in the state.
Yeah. I know Maddie Provost, the junior, she's gotten a lot of attention, and rightly so. She's an outstanding player, but you know, this Lawrence team has got a pretty solid roster.
They really do. Provost leads the way, name recognition. I believe she's going to Maine, or Maine has offered her a full boat. I don't know if she's decided yet where she's going. There's a lot of other schools looking at her, but yeah, Lawrence's 8 players real deep, and their starters are really good. Nokomis is going to have to play an excellent game to be in this game.
Yeah, I had an opportunity to talk with Coach Kyle Peavy while they were watching the earlier game. Camden Hills kind of dominated Gardner. Coach was saying that we got to come out of the gate playing, and we know that the quarterfinal game can be a little bit tricky. It's a different backdrop. There's no walls behind the baskets. And sometimes shooters can come out a little cold, and I think if Nokomis can come out hot and hit some, early shots, and maybe Lawrence has got a little slow, I think for Nokomis, they want to keep this game within reach.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the key. The start for the Warriors is going to be really key. Can we hit a few shots early and keep the game just somewhat in reach? And maybe, Lawrence, who knows? You never know in a playoff game.
I think that quarterfinal game, teams are a little bit tight. We're all coming to the end of kind of this winter stretch from the Christmas break till, of course, next week is school vacation week. And I know like at our school, we've just had a rash of every kind of winter ailment you can imagine, from influenza A, B, COVID, strep throat, bronchitis, pneumonia. And I think that's impacted our team. There's been just a string of injuries early and then illness. And I think that's a part. There's a lot of talent on this Nokomis roster, but I think the chemistry kind of took a hit. Of course, you bring back a couple of top-notch players like Reagan King and Danny Migliori, and then Abby Bradstreet certainly has made her presence known as a freshman.
She really has. It's been fun to watch her this year as they calling out our starters and our bench players right now. But yeah, the Nokomis team hasn't had their full roster really for many games this season. So this could be interesting at the beginning. I want to see how Nokomis comes out.
It's a big pressure moment. Nokomis record coming in at 6-12, and I'd say is a little deceiving because there were a good 3-4 games that just got away from them right at the end where they were poised to win it. And so, a couple of plays, 2 or 3 plays go a different way. This could, easily be, a 9-9 team, and it's got a little bit different feel.
Yep.
But
and like a 5 seed or something like that. But absolutely, it was that close. We lost on a last-second shot to Hamden. Hamden's 13-5. That would have given us a lot of points. Just that game alone probably would have jumped us up at least a spot or 2.
But I think they're coming in. They know Lawrence is the top team. Played them, kind of kept it close at Lawrence. Made it a little interesting down the stretch. Lawrence went away with it at home. It was a little bit of a rough going. Lawrence kind of showed why they were the top-rated team. Yeah,
and I don't believe we were at full strength when they came and played us. So that kind of score is misleading. It was like a 10-point game most of the time at Lawrence. So, if Nokomis comes out and hits a few shots early, I think this could be a decent game.
Well, and they're in you know, that position, they don't have anything to lose.
No.
You know, really don't need to be nerves. I think, you know, all the basketball prognosticators are, you know, kind of predicted Lawrence here, so they've got an opportunity to just come out and let it fly.
Yeah. Not sure if they're doing the anthem. They probably already did it
I
earlier.
think we
so.
probably had that earlier, and I guess the Coney-Skowhegan game, the first game in the set was quite exciting. Kind of Coney had the lead, Skowhegan stormed back. It was real close at the end, but Coney, did they say 2 points?
2 point game.
Yeah, 2 point game.
And what was that? Was that the that was the 2-7 matchup?
Yeah, 2-7. So Skowhegan nearly pulling an upset. Can the Warriors do that?
Let's just hope Nokomis can keep this a game for 3 quarters, and then give us a shot. Give us a shot at the end.
Drummond and Gray will enter the jump circle. Gray tips it to Minahan, and Lawrence will move into their offensive set. Provo stops, hits it. King gets a piece of it, kind of ricochets off her hands. It's back to Lawrence. Inside pass off the mark, so the Warriors will take over possession. Bulldogs come out with some full court pressure. The Warriors set up their press break. Bradstreet comes in with it. She's doubled up, tries to get it over the top, and it falls right into the hands of Lawrence, and a quick turnaround. Shores puts it in for 2. That's where that trap's going to happen. Nokomis is not going to be able to pass over the top to that. The wing players got to get rid of the ball before they fall into that double team situation. Bradstreet gets it poked away from her. And the Bulldogs will not pick up full court. They'll drop back into a half-court defense. Bradstreet will bring it into the front court. Hawthorne with it. She's stripped of the ball, and I think going to get called for the grab back after stolen away from her. Quite Gray on the steal.
Nokomis is going to have to try to not get many turnovers, because this Lawrence team really capitalizes on those.
Right, and I think you at least want to get a shot off. Like, you don't want to have like a pre-shot foul. Ball's taken to the rim. Can't find the mark. Bradstreet comes away with it, pushes it up quickly. She's going to look to attack the basket. A running floater is off the glass, no good. Migliori keeps it alive, taps it to King. King fires a cross-court pass, too hot to handle. I think both teams a little nerves early. And that's where Nokomis has got to jump on these opportunities. Lawrence they've had 3 or 4 shots off the mark.
Yeah, we have to take advantage of those situations where they're giving us some opportunity. Got to take care of the ball.
The 3 off the back of the rim. Bradstreet picks up the rebound. She's got some space. Little 2-on-1 breakaway. Migliori with her. Bradstreet keeps it. It's up and in. And the freshman showing no signs of nerves.
No, Abby played very well at Lawrence earlier in the year, so she's not afraid of these Lawrence girls.
Post pass, nice entry point, can't get it. King with a nice box out, comes away with a rebound. She pushes it up court. Takes it right down the middle of the paint, kicks it out to Migliori. Migliori had a little skip step.
Yeah, those are the things that Nokomis has done all season. Unfortunately, they've had just a lot of unforced turnovers by just.
I love the dribble drive penetration by King and appreciate the unselfishness, but I almost like to see her just kind of square up and see if she can draw the contact or sink it. The 3 bounces around, no good. Backside rebound is up and in by Gray. Provost off on the 3. Bradstreet picks it up. She's got to watch for this. She goes, gets rid of the trap ball before the trap. Hawthorne with a nice idea, saw Drummond getting the seal. Pass gets away from her. So Nokomis, there's some seams of opportunity, but a little bit of missing the mark. So Coach Peavy will take a quick timeout. 5.5 first quarter. It's a 4-2 Lawrence lead. So just we said in the first few minutes, Matt, you know, Nokomis keeping it, and it's almost like you got to kind of look at like minute stretches at a time. You can't think of the whole game. Just take it possession by possession.
Yeah, they really have to limit their turnovers, and they've got to break the press. And Lawrence just does a great job of capitalizing on those turnovers. And they're an experienced veteran squad, and it's a tough matchup for anybody.
Right. I like the adjustment Bradstreet, made breaking the press. She kind of gets suckered into the trap early, but next time she has the ball down, made a really nice pass before that double team had time to set up. 3 is off the mark. Bradstreet comes away with it, pushes it into front court, out top. King back with it, out on top. Migliori swings it around.
King or Migliori's got to step up this game and be a scorer here. So I'd like to see them both do it, but one of them has to be able to hit some shots here.
Warriors, I like this patience offensively.
Yeah.
That's a way to keep the game close, because when you have the ball, the other team can't score.
Yeah. No, the patience is good here, and if Lawrence, looks like Lawrence is it's like a sagging man right now. Maybe even it's just a sagging man. So
Nokomis are content to sort of work the perimeter. King shot fake, kicks it back out. Looks like Lawrence extending their defense a bit. 3's off the mark, but Nokomis will keep possession.
.420 to go here.
4-2, so tight game, early going. Of course, Migliori spots up for the 3, rattles around and won't drop down for a good-looking offer by the senior. And Gray's had a nice start to her contest, kind of sneaks behind the defense. Now they find her for the open layup. Again, that little pass over the top just isn't going to work. Provost with a nice save. Gets it to Shores. She travels, so Nokomis a little bit lucky there. Lawrence is good size on the lineup. Nokomis isn't going to be able to dump that over the top very often. A nice job breaking the press. Bradstreet's got some room. There's contact, and the ball just kind of dribbles out her hand. I think Bradstreet kind of thought there'd be a whistle sooner. Lawrence trying to get the player control foul, and the officials don't bite on that hook.
No.
Provost with the spin is called for the travel. Nokomis in the early minutes doing a good job keeping the star junior for the Bulldogs under wraps. Long pass up to Drummond, kicks it back to Bradstreet. Bradstreet on the dribble, gets by the defender. Shots blocked. Warriors will keep possession. Hawthorne with it out top. Works it to the left to King. Migliori thinks about it. King with a long 3. Just misses, comes back to Lawrence. Minahan spots up for the 3 and drains it. Bradstreet, nice job splitting the defense. Nice cross pass to Drummond. Drummond spots up for the short jumper, can't get it to go, keeps the rebound. Bradstreet spots up for 3 off the front of the rim. Shores comes away with it. Nice defense by Nokomis. Here's an opportunity for Nokomis. Lawrence has had a 5-0 run.
Yeah, we've had some good looks at shots.
Yeah.
We gotta have somebody's got to step up and score some points.
I think there are some opportunities. Nokomis, a nice little baseline jumper by Drummond, left all alone, sinks it. Nokomis are gaining confidence, breaking the Bulldog press. 3 spot up, I think Hawthorne will get called for the foul after.
She made that.
She made that.
15.
Yeah.
Ashley.
Shores drops in another 3. She'll get a chance for the unusual 4-point play.
Yep. Again, Lawrence is just so deep. They have so many players that can hurt you.
Ball tied up on the rebound. Arrow should go to Nokomis. Boy, I hate that stop, but a nice job by King ripping it out of that double team. Stops, pops at the elbow, can't get it to go. Provost pushes it all the way up court. Kind of off balance. Layup won't go for her. Bulldogs able to get the offensive board. Shores feeling it, puts it up. Again, another offensive board off the mark. Ooh, 2 Lawrence players. Oh wow, that's a tough call. I think they're calling a foul on Nokomis, and I don't know, Matt. It just looks to me like the 2 Lawrence players, both going for the ball, just crashed into each other. So it'll be the second foul on Hawthorne, so she'll head to the bench. Wow, nice take by Provost. Tries to get her own rebound, won't cut it. Number 34, Briley Bollier, the junior, into the lineup. Bollier's had some nice minutes for Nokomis. Bradstreet, little hesitation move. Again, I think Bradstreet had an open lane. Part of that shot's blocked by Bollier. Again, that's such a tough thing to say. I like the idea of that extra pass, but I think sometimes when you're looking for points, you got to lay up. I don't know how that ricocheted in. Closing minutes. Lawrence pushes us to a 10-point game, so can Nokomis steal something back? Migliori spots up for the 3. Won't go. And every rebound, Lawrence looking to push it up court. Cole draws the contact and throws the ball up, and foul's called on Nokomis.
Again, Mary, Nokomis has got to make some shots.
Yeah.
They haven't. It's not really been Lawrence's defense. We've had good looks, but somebody has to step up and make some shots. I'm encouraged by actually the shots that we've gotten.
No, it's been some good looks, just haven't fallen. But Lawrence plays with a sense of urgency and pace of play, and I think where they've picked up 2 or 3 quick baskets, it's just Nokomis not recovering quick enough, not getting back. They've given up 3 or 4 layups, which on a team like this, you don't want to give up the easy ones. If they're going to make the bombs, get it, but don't give up layups. So again, another offensive board for Lawrence, but it's an errant pass, so the Warriors will have 34.5 seconds in the first quarter. It's a 14-4 Bulldog lead. Cross court to Bollier. 15 to go. Bradstreet with a nice little shake and bake move. Stops, fires, no good. Falls a bit short. Under 10. Lawrence pushes it up the court. Nice steal by King, and I'm not sure Lawrence realized how much little time was remaining, but it will end quarter 1, 14-4. Not a bad first quarter for Nokomis. Again, just a little bit cool in the shooting range, but Lawrence hasn't lit it up either. So it keeps us, if we can stay in that 10-point range to keep it interesting.
Yep. Somebody from Nokomis is going to have to score some points here.
And this can change quick too. It'll be
you hit a shot, one shot, and it can get some momentum going.
A little momentum.
Yep.
I think the one thing is that Lawrence likes a pace of play, so there are going to be a lot of possessions. I did like that possession. Nokomis was a little more methodical offensively.
Yep.
Just to kind of stifle any, Lawrence momentum. It's not a bad strategy. Like, obviously, if there's something there quick to push it up. But if it's not there, work it offensively a little bit. Try to keep Lawrence out of developing into any offensive rhythm, because they like to run a gun. They get the ball and they're gone. I know this is broadcasting a couple of days after the game is finished, but I just want to say happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there, sending some Warrior love out to our community.
Yeah, we unfortunately have to wait 72 hours before we can air our broadcast.
So this be this snowy Sunday, maybe people watching it?
It could be.
So good defense in the first set. Nokomis second quarter. King sees a seam, takes it all the way. Gets a good look. Drummond picks up the offensive board. She tries to thread the needle between two defenders. Provo stops, pops, drains it, but they call her for the travel.
Maddie Provost has not scored yet for Lawrence.
That's a victory if you're Nokomis. We talked about, wondered if Coach Peavy for the Warriors would throw some sort of junk defense.
Yeah.
A box in one, a diamond in one. Hawthorne with the 2 fouls early, stays on the bench. We'll see it like Nokomis trying to screen off and pass, and just not clean, like a little bit of jitters, like, hey, don't give it to me, you keep it. That's where you gotta want someone who wants the ball, wants to take that shot. It's like Provost, she wants the ball, and every possession she's looking to get her shot off. There's another 3 bombed in by Lawyerson. Again, good job by Nokomis. Almost took a minute and a half before Lawrence scored.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we did not score. Warriors trying a little pick and roll play, pass off the mark. A young promising freshman for Nokomis, Mackenzie Liscombe entering the lineup. We on our drive down from Newport, we talked about what a nice first season Liscombe has had.
Yeah. I think her future is bright.
Provost drives and dishes. Lawrence ends up kicking it out. King will get called for the contact, and that might be her second foul. No, going to be one on King. Oh, it is her second foul. Now, King's just one of those players you want on the court. She's a leader. She's just an experienced basketball player and athlete. Ball rattles around and drops in for Lawyerson. Both are good. Bulldogs are not applying the full court pressure. Jumped out to a 15-point margin here, nearing the 6-minute mark in the first half. Again, Nokomis being a little bit sloppy with the ball, just kind of soft little, holding the ball in front of them, kind of soft little passes. And you weren't going to keep her off the scoreboard for long. Just drains the 3, Provost. Bradstreet stop, pop, nice look, rolls around, out. Of course, so we'll be right back here tomorrow night in the same time slot as our boys square off with Mesalonsky. 3's off the mark. King with a rebound. Love to see Nokomis in these 5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. See if they can make a little run. Get some points, get some shots. That's a good stop and pop by King, and Nokomis just not having any luck getting the ball to fall through the net. Minahan, no one's guarding her, so she says, I'll launch the three. It's off the mark. Another offensive rebound, and Gray's had a really great, the senior, has had a really great first half for Lawrence. Kick out to Beaulieu. She drains the three. Finally, some points. There's a nice kick out by Bradstreet, and Lawrence will take a timeout. 4:32 to go. It's a 24-7 Lawrence lead.
Yeah, it's nice. Somebody's got to score for us, right?
Yeah.
We've had good looks.
So you got to want the ball, and you got to feel
want
it.
Yeah, and you've got to, you know, if your outside shot's not dropping, let's take it into the hole, make a ball fake, and draw some contact. Sometimes as a shooter, I know for me back in the day,
were you a shooter?
When I was a shooter slash scorer. But if someone was really tight on you, give a ball fake, give a fake it and go. A lot of times good things happen when that happens.
Yeah. You see there's a little bit of tentativeness sometimes with on the Nokomis side of the ball, and it is a first playoff game. It's a big arena. It can be a little intimidating, so let's see if Warriors can get some momentum off the big three from Beaulieu. Orange trying to work it inside. Swings around to Shores. Long three off the mark. Drummond with a nice rebound. It's the thing, Lawrence is going to give you chances to score. They're not going to run any kind of stall offense.
No.
They're looking to shoot. So let's see if Nokomis can get a couple of back-to-back offensive scores. Migliori steps through. She's fouled, so there you go. I think the Lawrence crowd up in arms thought maybe Morrison got all ball on that. But I like the take by Migliori. She saw a seam and attacked it, and that's where Nokomis has got to hit that hole, go north and south, have a sense of urgency. If they're going to attack the basket, attack it. Migliori, good shooter, hits the first for 2 foul shots. First, I think that may be the first team foul for Lawrence. I don't think they picked up any in the first quarter. Migliori, nothing but net for her 2 foul shots. It's number 4, Lawyerson, kind of took a little extra step before she let her 3 fly. So I think that's the third or fourth travel Lawrence is going to call for. So again, Nokomis has had 2 defensive stops and 2 scores. Can we get a third score? Get this back into that 10-point margin range. King takes it all the way, and it's in, and she'll go to the foul line. You see a little gesture. That's what you want to see. Your leaders showing a little emotion.
Yeah, Reagan's first bucket of the game. Maybe this will get her going here.
King makes her a foul shot, completes the traditional 3-point play. It's 24-12. So nice little mini run by the Warriors. Migliori is drawing the task, and that's off the mark. Drummond in great position. He took her eye off the ball, but it ricocheted right to King. Bradstreet pushes it up court. She tries a steps between the 2 defenders, and one of those 2 Lawrence players gets called for the bump. They attach that to Gray, her first foul. Migliori gets it up top to King. Down to Beaulieu. King trying to sling it out to Bradstreet, just a little behind her. I'm not sure she was ready. Provost drives, dishes it to an open Minahan streaking down the floor. Again, Nokomis just needs to play clean, basic basketball. They just square their shoulders to the target, good snap passes. Always have your hands ready to receive. King weaves through the defense. It's just kind of standing there. Gets a good look. Can't get it to drop in off the glass, but I like that take by Reagan King. Shores with the open three, and no one on her, just drains it. I think that might be her third three.
Second, but she's got 8 points. Yeah, she's quite a scorer. Lawrence has just got so many players that can fire it.
They've got a lot of weapons.
Yeah.
I think in this first half, they're showing why they are an undefeated, top-ranked team. And I know throughout the season, there weren't many close games. So again, another just soft, trying to hand it off, and Minahan reads that the whole way, steps into the passing lane, and she's off to the races for a layup. Drummond steps inside the arc, and that's her second hoop. The senior for the Warriors. A nice jumper. Provost off the glass and in. Nice strong take. Bollier tries hit a three earlier that gave Nokomis a little surge. Shots off the mark, a minute left. Provost, boy, she's just smooth as silk.
Silky, yeah, silky smooth. She can really light it up quick.
Bulldogs push us to a 21 margin, 40 seconds to go. Bradstreet blocked by Provost. The Bulldogs are putting in a bit of a clinic here in the second quarter. And Shores gives a little look back to the Nokomis fan section.
That's her third of three. 11 points for Shores.
See if Nokomis can get some points to head into the locker room with a little bit of a King. A nice job weaving through the paint, just loses the handle a little bit, kicks it out top. Bradstreet behind the three, stops, pops, off the mark. Will leave us with 4 seconds to go before the halftime break. Lawrence has put their foot on the gas in this second quarter.
Yeah.
And we talked about the lingering illness running through the school. Ooh, Provost kind of brought it up and nearly dropped in a deep three. Will end the first half action, 38-14. Lawrence Bulldogs on top.
All right, we're back for second half action. Second half action.
All right, here we go. I got to get my headset on and get going. I've been busy mingling with alumni. Halftime. Always great to see Warriors, no matter of what age. Hawthorne thinks about the three. Hawthorne spent a good chunk of the first half on the bench after picking up quick fouls. Provost with the steal goes coast to coast. Lawrence picking up right where they left off. One of our alumni talking with Tatum Welch, who coaches at Messalonski, and just commenting on what a tough team, what a well-balanced, talented team Lawrence is. They're a tough matchup for anyone.
Yeah. Yeah, you really got to be on your game with Lawrence, and you got to get hot, because if you miss a bunch of shots like we have, it just doesn't take very long for Lawrence to capitalize on that.
Yeah, you can just see the backdoor cut.
Shores
Lawrence,
had a good game.
Shores has had a really nice game to this point. Lawrence just looking like they're in championship form.
Yeah.
Early on, Lawrence had kind of sagged defensively, and they've decided to tighten up, and they picked off a number of balls that they've converted. Hawthorne doing a nice job corralling the loose ball. I think the official had to think about that for a minute. I'm thinking, I think that was a bit of a double dribble, but maybe not. Oh, maybe it is.
Yeah. Let's see if Nokomis has any fight left here. Down.
Well, I think there's a lot to play for. I mean, this is a relatively, a bulk of your lineup, is going to come back.
It's Morrison's first points of the game.
And I think there's some young players who have shown you want to get out and fight and learn how to play tournament games. Like you don't get to be a team like Lawrence and play at this level by just wishing and hoping. It's a lot of
No.
work, and I think for Nokomis, get out and just work hard and work every possession. Shores is just feeling it. She drains another
Shores.
3, but not a player out on her, not even a hand up.
Well, that's the thing. Where's the fight? You know, do you have, you know, as a coach now, you challenge your
play
players.
for pride. And
It's
like
pride.
to me, defense
Yeah.
is work. Defense is just hard work, and every team, every player can go out and do that. I mean, the ability to make some of these threes or some of the moves that a little more skilled. You know what? You can understand that, but 5-on-5 defense, get out and play hard.
Yeah.
Like
Shores has 16 points, Mary. She's had a great game here. Provost with 9. Laurieson with 3. Minahan's got 7. Morrison's got 2, and Lily Gray's got 8. I mean, they're just
really balanced scoring.
Just balanced scoring, and but again, where's the fight here? The girls, I'd like to see them defense. Just somebody's got to do something here, right? Let's see if they have any.
Migliori, nice little scoop shot. Just no luck on getting it to go. Nice heads up play by Bradstreet. Picks up the loose ball. And there's Liscombe, comes in with a powerful rebound. Kicks it out. Nice look to Migliori. Can't get it to go. And Liscombe scrums for the rebound. I think that's freshman stuff. Just kind of quickly throws it out to anybody. Like, she had a little bit of time. Don't panic. Gray, again, I'd like to see the shot chart on Gray. I mean, I think her 10 points are
10 points.
5 layups.
Yeah, I believe so. Lawrence is big girls are so good. Just been really impressed with the balance that they have. You cannot give anybody an open shot.
No. King rolls off the pick. Nice shot off the glass and in. And I think I like that attack in the paint by King. Again, another wide open look from the 3 line. Warriors just kind of standing there watching, and kind of watching on the rebound as Morrison got the rebound and tried to put it back, missed it. Warriors come away with it. Liscombe, I like it. Liscombe trying to post up. Again, Bolia just trying the cross-court pass and just too soft to bounce pass through the middle. You are not going to pass a ball through the middle of the paint on this team.
Nope.
Provost with another kind of pick 6, and again, just hesitancy as Bradstreet's kind of passing it to Migliori.
Yeah.
Migliori's like, is it coming to me or not? And it just kind of like tumbles out of bounds. You know, at this point in the season, that flow's got to be there, and it's just been a missing piece for Nokomis. Like, is it the injuries that happened throughout the course of the season, the flu bug that ran through the team? You know, I think, obviously we got a quarter and a half left to play, but at 51-16 and Lawrence is not showing any signs of cracking. And you're playing for pride for sure, but you're also playing to learn how to play at this level.
Gray again.
King takes it down, kicks it out. A little hesitation by Ranlett. Liscombe, nice little up and under move. And a great job by the freshman taking it right to Gray. Gray is a good-sized post player herself, and Liscombe, you talked about no fear of fight. Liscombe's like, I'm not afraid. No. I will take it to the rim.
No, I really like a lot of the things Liscombe does.
Yeah, I agree with you, Matt. I think she's a promising young player.
I believe she's another 2-sport athlete. I believe she's on the indoor track team as well.
Yeah, we've had a
fair share of those
kids trying to play, participate in 2 sports. We've navigated it, and Liscombe makes both of her foul shots.
I think it's great. I always encourage kids, if they can do it, pull it off.
Yeah.
If they want to do it, go for it.
Mr. Elias and I were just talking about that today, and talking about just some pluses and minuses because sports run concurrently, so there is, you know, some miss, and then how do you handle that? But trying to make it work. You know, love the amount of opportunities students at our school have, and you know, it's definitely you know, it's part of whatever I talk to kids about. It's like take advantage of the opportunities.
Yep.
If you're just coming and taking classes, you're missing out on a big half of your experience. King takes it to the paint again, a bit of a force. Lawrence was defending it, just ends up ricocheting on a knee out of bounds. Nice little pick and roll move with Liscombe.
Yeah.
And I think this is why you keep playing. This is how
Great
this freshman
experience.
now is going to end her season, having some big play. Gray again inbound, and the paint can't get it to go. Ranlett with a nice rebound, or actually Liscombe. So Nokomis is showing some little signs of kind of gelling and coming together. Had a couple of good series. Ranlett had a nice idea, but just slipped and fell. Saw one of our favorite former alumni in a big game happen to him. Cooper Flag.
Cooper, yeah, had that.
Just had that slip.
Yeah.
So that, like, I'm still gonna say I think he had like a cold, a flu bug, because I mean he was, or they cranked the heat up in that gym to like 110. He was a sweaty.
Yeah, Clemson. Clemson. Yeah, that was a. He wasn't feeling well, I don't believe. He still did.
Yeah.
Still did well.
Yeah, that's been a lot of fun to watch him, and a little flashback when he played for us and that regional championship game. I can remember Brewer fans, a nice step through by King. Brewer fans chanting overrated, which, if you remember, I got a little testy about it. I'm like, seriously? I don't think so.
No.
So King having a nice quarter and having some success driving it into the paint. Liscombe bodies up on Gray, but Gray, with that senior experience, knows how to finish on the block.
16 points for Gray. Great game. Again, I think they've all been layups.
Ranlett represented her class in a Clash of the Warrior event this week, doing a hot shot. She drained some threes, and maybe she'll find an open spot. So again, nice job by King, just working it, draws the foul.
55-22 with 1:23 to go here in the third quarter.
It's the third foul on Gray, so looks like she'll sub out. It looks like a whole fresh lineup coming in for the Bulldogs. So if we can forget about the 55 part right now, it's been a good little scoring spurt for Nokomis in the last 4 minutes. Warriors picked up 8 points. Nice job by Liscombe on the floor, scrumming, and Coach Peavy yells timeout to avoid the possession arrow and keep possession of the ball.
Well, boys play Messalonskee tomorrow night at 8:30. Of course, when you see this, it'll have already happened. But
tune in tomorrow on Warrior Broadcasting when you're watching this. If you're watching this right now, because the boys' game will be able to air tomorrow.
That's right. And the boys played Messalonskee, who they play tomorrow night. Very tough in 2 games. So I think there's some hope there that the boys feel like, hey, we have a chance tomorrow, and that would, you never know.
Yeah.
You never know in the tournament.
Yeah. Last Friday on our final senior game, the boys played really well. You know what? They played as fluid and loose as I've seen them play. You know, like the girls' team, they too have had their run of sickness run through the team, especially Coach Josh Grant. He has really taken it on the chin this flu season. Again, a pass just kind of at King's.
Unforced errors.
Yeah, kind of a low pass, but catchable, kind of goes through the wicket. So Warriors make a nice defensive play to grab a loose ball, get the timeout, and then just kind of been, really we'll say the story of the game, a little bit the story of the season. There's too many mistakes with the ball. It's hard enough against a good team to get the ball in the basket.
Right.
You don't want to give extra chances.
No. This would be the 8th player to score for Lawrence if Ross could make a foul shot here.
Oh, I think you jinxed her. It's good.
Well, that's good.
Keep it up, Matt.
Keep it up.
And there she goes. She said, "Oh, I'm not going to be denied." That's what I like to see. King directing traffic, trying to get Liscombe to come out, set a pick for her. Ooh, a lot of contact there. Arm right none of that defender's arm came right across King's arms as she was trying to go up to shoot. They call it out of bounds off Lawrence. Obviously, you know, it's not. This isn't an officiating situation. Randlet trying to take it to the middle, loses the handle. Morrison with a rebound. Provost spots up, rattles around a three, won't go. And again, Liscombe with a big, strong board. King kicks it ahead to Beaulieu. Beaulieu works to right. There you go. This little shot fake by King. King with a nice little step through, can't get it. Liscombe gets it, puts it back up, won't get it, battles for another rebound, and causes it to go off a Bulldog player, so Nokomis will keep possession. Beaulieu trying to get the quick three off. Lawrence close out defensively. Yeah, those little soft kind of leave it passes. I gotta say, I hate it. What a spin move by Liscombe in the post.
Yeah. It's her 6th point.
Yeah, she's had a great quarter as the final seconds tick down. So again, for Nokomis, 10 points offensively. It's been their best offensive quarter. You know, unfortunately, Lawrence has not slowed their pace down, so we're 56-24 at the end of 3.
Well, 1 quarter to go. Game has moved quite along pretty fast here.
Yeah.
9:30 at night, 9:33.
There haven't really been a lot of fouls called. It hasn't been a ton
No.
of, you know, we haven't had a lot of foul shots. Just those things can really kind of add to the length of a game. Tell you, I love, you know what Reagan King had a good half. She got, you know, thought you saw where's the fight? She got a little more aggressive offensively, the dribble penetration. She scored a few, dumped off a couple. You know, started directing traffic offensively. Nice to see her being that vocal leader on the court.
Yep.
You know, as we kind of prepare to close this season out, you know, King will be a big senior leader on this team. And I think she got some, you know, Beaulieu's had a nice run. You know, obviously Bradstreet, and there's just, again, an open look. Minahan left all alone, drained it. And I think as returning players come back and watch this game, I mean, that's a point of note. Like, you got to body up and play tough defense, and I know that's a point of emphasis for Coach Peavy. Migliori, little spin move in the paint. She's fouled, so she'll go to the line for 2. A good foul shooter. Migliori uses all of the rim to get the second shot to go. 59-25. Lawrence in command of this Northern Maine quarterfinal matchup. It's your 1-8 matchup. Bulldogs undefeated on the season. Provost with the short jumper in the paint gets the roll to go.
Is that a 3, Mary?
No, just a 2. Nice
2.
little dribble penetration, fall away jumper. Migliori kicks it out to Beaulieu. Beaulieu's going to try the baseline. Migliori trying to thread the needle to King, and just too much traffic to try to make that pass work. And too good of a defense. think the foul will be on Provost on the player control. Subs into the lineup. Coach Chesley able to sub liberally. You know, and that's where you get in that good flow. You're playing well, you're having big leads, big wins throughout the season. You're able to get a lot of players in the lineup to get that game time experience. It's so critical. King works it around, gets a shot up and in. King having a good success. He just keeps probing the defense for a little spot and powers through. Wow, just another Lawrence player. Pelletier drains a three. Again, nice pass up court. Condon, I think, started to think about taking it to the rim before she'd secure the pass.
Nine Lawrence players scoring.
Yeah,
tonight.
Wow, that's something. New players in the lineup for Nokomis. Actually, it looks like a total senior lineup on the floor. The 5 seniors out there right now. Boy, Lawrence just feeling it. Elkins.
10 Lawrence players.
Yeah, Elkins drains the three. Nice take by Migliori, rolls around. So it'll be 2 foul shots. Five and a half to go. This one has gotten lopsided.
Yep.
Migliori drains both. Or defensively, Nokomis is it's gotten very gappy. Migliori squares around, puts the three up, can't get it to go. Drummond taps it, tries to keep it alive. Lawrence secures the rebound. Yeah, and the Bulldogs, they're just letting it fly.
Yeah, these bench players for Lawrence, they want to play too, right? So,
like I said, I think throughout the year is a nice finish by Pelletier. You know, I think throughout the season they've had a number of lopsided victories, so that's giving the Bulldogs get some sort of player control foul. I don't know if that maybe was on Drummond in the post trying to clear out.
.440 to go.
Drummond gets a piece of it to knock it out of bounds. Bulldogs will keep possession. Three's off the mark, bounces over the backboard. Warriors will take possession. No matter, obviously, for Nokomis, you know, we're certainly hoping for a different outcome as Bradstreet picks up the loose ball, kicks it over to Drummond. Drummond splits the double team, gets it over to Hawthorne. Hawthorne puts it up. She's fouled. She'll go to the line for 2. You know, obviously for Nokomis, we're looking for, you know, some things to maybe go our way early to keep this, you know, maybe within reach. But you got to give Lawrence some credit. They've played, you know, they came out the first few minutes a little bit cool shooting, but they get over that quickly, and they're a well-oiled machine.
Yep. Yep. I'll be shocked if they don't run it the rest of the way. They just are that. They're just deep and experienced, and they're not afraid. You can just, they don't play. They play like a veteran team.
Nice job by Pelletier to collect the ball. Ball's out of bounds. To Nokomis.
Kirsten Condon, Danica Migliori, Elia Drummond, Ariana Turner, and Addison Hawthorne. This will be their last high school game here at Nokomis.
Basketball game.
Last basketball game of their career here at Nokomis.
Those players, a couple of those players were on the state championship softball team.
Yep.
I know Turner puts one up. Can't get it to go.
And Nokomis will be looking for a new pitcher this year.
I think Mackenzie Watson has been working.
Yep.
You know, been working hard in the off season and had been, I think, in middle school pitcher. So we'll see how she does. But a good returning core of that team. But obviously, we had a really wonderful stretch with Mia Coots in the pitcher circle. Coots at USM had a really nice fall season for the Huskies, and I'm sure they're gearing it up for their season, which will, I'm sure they head south for a little spring tournament.
Yeah, I'm going to definitely try to catch one of Mia's games.
Yeah, I know. I hope to catch one too.
Yeah. It was quite a run by the softball team last year. It was a lot of fun following them.
Some exciting, and it was still think about, you know, the whole team played well, but you know, Mia Coots had just a commanding playoff run.
Yeah.
I mean, she had a marvelous career, but she just played like a person on a mission. She was not going to be denied.
Yeah, and she really developed that change-up pitch, and really, batters didn't know it. Batters didn't know what to do.
Yeah, they had no idea. You know, and her accuracy. You know, she just got so purposeful. Nice, beautiful take by Migliori down the lane. And you can feel the air sort of come out of this game. Players trying to finish it out. The Nokomis, where Lawrence is showing they're multifaceted as some of their bench players are coming in and executing and putting the ball in the rim. Hawthorne down the lane again. She's fouled. She'll go to the line for two. Just under 2 minutes remaining.
Yeah, I'm looking at Lawrence's roster. They only have 3 seniors. They're bringing a lot back next year. So this is the team that you have to, you know, for the Nokomis and all the other teams. You know, this Lawrence team's not going away.
No.
It's kind of scary.
See Coach Peavy taking out some of the seniors, giving a chance for the home crowd to applaud the senior members on our roster. There's Liscombe again, scrumming, just can't get the hands on it, but I like her efforts to just step in and battle. She had a really great third quarter.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see she's going to develop into a really key player on this lineup. Bradstreet picks it up. Bradstreet, little hop step, loses the handle, picks it up, drops it into King. King up and in and good. Thinking that's a trio, King, Liscombe, and Bradstreet.
Mm-hmm.
That could be an interesting little dynamic. Yeah, defensively, Nokomis has just sort of lost the handle. You know, Lawrence has just had way too many layups in this last 5 or 6 minute stretch. I mean, obviously, probably, you know, they're not going to close the gap, but still want to battle and make it difficult. You don't want to give up layups. Liscombe kind of got caught in no man's land underneath the basket. And she, in her efforts to pivot out of it, stepped on the out-of-bounds line. 50 seconds to go, and Hawthorne gets her opportunity to get a nice round of applause. 3-sport standout for the Warriors. Day says, I'm going to fire up a 3 too. Nice catch on the move by Liscombe, and what a finish. I'm telling you, Matt, I have been super impressed with how Liscombe has played on this big stage.
Yeah.
She has shown
no fear.
No signs of fear, very smooth. She made a tough play look easy there.
Yeah.
She caught that ball in traffic, a little behind her, composed herself, finished the layup, and converts the 3-point play. Am I dreaming?
Wow.
Right?
She made it. Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, no. I'm like, why are they all standing there? Like, she made the basket. It's like, am I dreaming? Like, did I?
Liscombe
It is past my bedtime, Matt, but.
Liscombe with 9 points tonight.
Yeah. Little reverse layup, no good. Ball's on the floor. Nice picks it up. And Nice thought she maybe could catch Bollier for a break. Throws it right back to Lawrence. 4 seconds. Nokomis with the turnover. King sees the time, and we'll just take her time. So the Bulldogs double up the Warriors with a final 77-36, and they'll advance to the semifinal round, and that will close out the season for Nokomis. Disappointing, but some bright spots. I thought in that last stretch, seeing, King really take some control, kind of showed us a look ahead to her as a senior leader.
Yep.
And then, Bradstreet's had a great season, a bit of a quiet night tonight.
Yeah.
But she's going to be a dominant player next year for this Nokomis team. And then Mackenzie Liscombe showed us what I think we're going to see a lot of next season.
Yeah, it's exciting to think about next year, and it was a good team. We made the playoffs this year, and that's it.
Yeah, there we go. It'll be a wrap for girls, and so can our boys tomorrow night. They're in the same spot, a 1-8 matchup, and can the underdog Warriors upset the Messalonskee Eagles? Well, we'll be back tomorrow to get our next quarterfinal game in. So for Warrior Broadcasting, this is Marietta with Matt Brown.